Hello my friends, how are ya? I hope all is well. Today we are on another Icon FJ test drive, this one being number 117, and it's an FJ43, which we haven't covered for a while. This one's kind of cool too. I think this client really did his homework. A lot of times I feel like people go, yeah, I want one of those, and then I'm lucky to hold their attention long enough to go through the build sheet. In this case, the client did, I think, a lot of soul searching and thinking, and really spent some time to configure the truck to match his needs, which I really appreciate. So I'll walk you through all those custom details. Oh, for the record, I hope today's sound quality is good, arguably better. I'm using a new microphone and a new microphone mounting system, which is promised to be the shizzle. My neighbor is a sound engineer and he recommended it. So it's this little fuzzy dead cat worm thing. And let's see how it goes. So, number 117, it's a 1968. My client provided the core vehicle, which is kind of cool. That actually is pretty rare. And it's Rocky Mountain Gray. On the outside, there's a couple custom gizmos here and there. So let's start with the back bumper. So this has the usual Icon rear view mirrors, the usual Icon front and rear bumper systems. However, in this case, the client had us customize the rear bumper. So you'll notice it no longer has a jerry can carrier. So we filled that hole in and then powder coated it. And the reason we did that is, well, the client said, I don't need one. Also, we did the dual jump seats in the back, which I'll talk about in more detail. But with those seats, I was thinking through ingress egress. So in reality, I find most clients simply tuck and tumble this front seat to access the rear. But this guy thought, let's do the bifold rear tailgate option, and that way, without the rear carrier, the backseat passengers just unzip the window, release that door, and off they go. They have to get stuck in there thanks to the jerry can holder. Another cool thing we did with the rear passengers in mind is we did a custom power step on the rear bumper, so it tucks up real nice and tight, but then when you open the passenger side rear door, it articulates. Kind of nifty. You'll also notice a custom license plate holder that we just fabbed from scratch, and we put that right there on the rear bifold door on the passenger side, and we relocated the reverse light underneath the truck. The back bumper also has a reverse camera built into it. And then up front, we have the Warren winch. We also have the aux lighting. And then at the client's request, we did custom red infill on the front apron Icon emblems. We're running the higher output 5.7 aluminum fuel injected LS V8. That's aluminum block and heads. But you may notice that we're running the Vortec truck front engine accessory drive and the Vortec truck application injectors and intake. We do the injectors and intake because that torque curve provided by that design is more appropriate for a truck, and we do the Fiat system from the truck so that we can maintain a front mechanical fan and fan clutch, which for as long as I can I want to hold on to that, although most of the OEMs are dropping it, so eventually I'm probably going to have to transition. That engine is connected to the Ace & Warner AX15 5-speed transmission. Love these trannies, never had a single problem with them. They're super stout and compact. That in turn sends power through the Atlas to twin-stick, shift-on-the-fly, part-time, four-wheel drive transfer case. We're not running ARB lockers in this truck. We're running Dynatrac axles. So the rear, of course, is the Dana 60 Pro Rock High Pinion. And the front is a special Dana 44 made just for us by Dynatrac. It's 100% new down to the castings. And it has the fine spline, superior axles, and other possible upgrades. All possible upgrades. For brakes, we're running the Icon Sport brakes developed by our friends at Brembo, and that is hydro boosted for the assist power. What else on the outside? We have the Icon forged wheels. We have BFG mud terrains, which we don't do too often, but I gotta say the new compound's a lot quieter than the old one. Used to bitch about the old one a lot. Moving on to the inside, we have the new push-pull AC dash vents. We have the traditional Icon gauges and knobs and switches and all those goodies. We're running the Icon Sport pedals. We're running the Icon fire extinguisher. We're running the Icon center console in all its glory, and the new cup holders with radiused edges. In the front, that really was never an issue, but in the rear, it could be, because especially in the 40, it was an opportunity to bash your shin, so we upgraded that as soon as we could. Front seats, typical Icon fare, Chilowich textile, seat heaters, right here, left and right in the console, around the head unit. The new Icon visors, I mean, there's nothing new about them other than we laser etched the Icon lizard in it, because, well, yes, we are geeks. Didn't figure that already. The soft top is the Icon insulated soft top, and the roof rack is a custom variant of our usual one. Custom because it has an extruded floor for how the client intends to use it, so it's a lot easier to walk upon it. Seating in the rear is a fairly unique equation for us. We're running the jump seats, in this case, it being a 43. We're running 4 of the jump seats, so I like those. You don't see them too often. Obviously, the original FJ40s had jump seats in the rear, and they're just kind of part of the groove. So a lot of times people will order the forward-facing seat because it tucks and tumbles and it's removable and it has 3-point belts. But for occasional use, the jump seats are kind of hard to beat. They're nifty, kids love them because it's a whole different kind of unique vantage. And also, we beef them up. The stock ones were nifty, but the hinge points were a common failure point. And when they were open for seating, they were like a rigid 90, and the foam kind of sucked, and the snap latch thingamajigger, the turnbuckle, always broke, like literally always broke. So we upgraded that. We use ballistic nylon for the strap, not a cotton, so it's UV stable. And we use the 10X snaps that you're used to seeing on our soft tops for the stay snap. You'll also notice there's about a 5-degree rake introduced. The original ones were quite rigid, and we also use a denser closed cell marine rated foam. What else? Head unit, the focal speakers, the 8200 NEX with CarPlay, Bluetooth, voice to text, CD, HD radio, blah, 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 blah. Oh, only 1 amp research step in the front. I guess my client's pretty tall, never met him. So passenger front has one, driver's side does not. And yeah, I guess that's enough. It's enough of me yakking. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to follow my brand and support my brand. It means a lot to us. If you have any questions, you can reach us old school at 818-280-3333. The website is icon4x4.com. Instagram is icon, I don't remember, why do I forget? So it's in the subtitle down below. Facebook, icon4x4, or simply Jonathan Ward. And Twitter is Icon Customs. Thanks again, be well, have a great day.